and watch your life transform. Your words are powerful. They carry weight far beyond the moment they are spoken, and they can shape not only your own life, but also the lives of those who hear them. Yet so many of us forget that this power exists, and we carelessly offer pieces of ourselves without considering the impact. What we often fail to realize is that our words reveal far more about us than we may be ready to share. It's crucial, therefore, to understand that guarding your heart is not only a matter of protecting your own emotional well-being, but also ensuring the integrity of your journey. When you overshare, you open doors to your soul that may never be able to close fully. What you expose, whether intentionally or not, creates an imprint on those around you. These imprints can either empower you or haunt you, and the choice of what you give away is ultimately in your hands. Oversharing can stem from a desire for attention, approval, or even a misguided attempt to connect, but in the end, it often leaves you vulnerable and stripped of your true essence. When we let others see too much, we may end up losing the respect and dignity we deserve, both from them and, more critically, from ourselves. You must ask yourself, why are you sharing so much? What do you expect to gain by revealing more than necessary? Perhaps it's a cry for validation, a longing to be seen and heard in a world that constantly demands more of you. But there's a deeper truth at play here. The most powerful people in this world are not those who wear their hearts on their sleeves or tell the world every intimate detail of their lives. The truly powerful ones are the ones who understand the profound weight of their words and as a result are intentional about when and how they speak. They guard their hearts, and in doing so, they maintain a sense of control over their emotional lives. Guarding your heart is about being discerning with what you allow others to see. It's about understanding that not everything you experience needs to be shared, not because you have something to hide, but because some experiences are sacred, meant to shape you in quiet moments, not for the approval of others. You can't build a life of depth and resilience if you're constantly giving away pieces of yourself to the world, hoping to fill some emptiness that can only be fulfilled within. This balance is essential to living a life of purpose and strength. Too often, people feel compelled to share their struggles, their doubts, and even their failures in the hopes of connecting with others. But these moments of vulnerability, while sometimes important, should not be the entirety of what we reveal. There is power in restraint, in holding certain things within until the time is right for them to be shared. To share selectively is not to hide, but to protect the most precious parts of who you are. The parts that, when shared in the right context, can make the deepest impact. In the quest to understand why we overshare, we must look inward and ask ourselves whether we truly trust others with our most intimate thoughts, or if we simply desire to be heard without truly listening to the impact of what we say. True wisdom lies in knowing when silence speaks louder than words. A quiet heart, full of understanding and awareness, holds far more power than one that constantly seeks external validation. Guarding your heart is a practice, one that takes time and effort to cultivate. It's learning to discern when sharing is necessary and when it is simply a way to fill an empty space. It's understanding that some moments in your life are too sacred to be broadcast, and that by keeping them within, you preserve their power. There is a profound beauty in the quiet moments of your life, the experiences, lessons, and milestones that shape who you are. Yet so often, we find ourselves tempted to share every single part of our journey with others, thinking that to be understood, we must expose every thought and feeling we encounter. But in reality, not everything you experience is meant to be shared. Not every victory, failure, struggle, or triumph needs to be broadcasted to the world. There is strength in keeping parts of your journey to yourself, in allowing your personal story to unfold without the constant need for validation. The act of oversharing is not just about revealing facts. It's about revealing the soul behind those facts, exposing your vulnerabilities without considering the deeper consequences. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that being an open book will foster connection and intimacy. While sharing is undoubtedly a vital part of building relationships, there is a line that must be drawn between authentic sharing and overexposure. Not everything that happens to you needs to be discussed at length, especially when the meaning and significance of those moments are still unfolding within you. There is wisdom in allowing certain parts of your journey to remain just that, yours. Your journey is uniquely yours, and that makes it sacred. It is filled with moments of growth, transformation, and learning that only you can fully comprehend. The people who are meant to walk with you on this journey will do so by understanding you not through every detail of your life, but through the essence of who you are. Genuine connection is not built on the number of personal stories you share, but on the trust and understanding that grows between people when both sides honor the mystery of each other's experiences. There's something powerful about knowing that some parts of you are only for you, that they don't need to be explained, dissected, or validated by others. This is not a rejection of connection, but a deeper understanding that authentic relationships are built on respect for each person's inner life. When you choose to overshare, you risk diluting the significance of your experiences. Not every moment in life needs to be explained or dissected in an effort to help others understand it. Sometimes the most profound lessons come when you sit quietly with an experience, letting it change you in the deepest ways. You don't always need the approval or understanding of others to validate that transformation. In fact, the more you share without thinking, the more you diminish the sacredness of those personal moments. The raw and powerful growth that comes from experiencing something deeply can be lost when it is too quickly put on display for others to consume. Building true connections with others doesn't require that you share every part of your journey. In fact, sharing selectively can deepen relationships as it invites people into your life in a more meaningful way. When you speak of your experiences, especially those that have shaped you, it should be with purpose. The depth of a relationship is not built on quantity, but on quality. Sometimes the most intimate connections happen not when we reveal everything, but when we allow others to experience our growth through the way we live, the choices we make, and the character we build over time. True trust is built over shared moments, not over the endless sharing of everything that happens. Life is not a story to be told in its entirety to every passing listener. It is a personal journey, filled with moments that may be shared when the time is right, but most often it is a journey that requires quiet reflection and selective communication. When you choose not to overshare, you allow the most sacred parts of your life to stay protected, ensuring that when you do share, it comes from a place of deep understanding, wisdom, and purpose. In protecting your journey, you allow it to continue shaping you in ways that no one else can fully understand, and that in itself is a gift. True connections are not formed by how much you reveal, but by how much you choose to protect and respect within yourself. We live in an age where sharing is easy, where the impulse to open up at every turn seems to be the norm. Whether through social media, casual conversation, or even close friendships, there's an underlying belief that the more we share, the closer we become. But in reality, true lasting connections are built on trust, integrity, and mutual respect, not on the endless sharing of personal details. The depth of a relationship is shaped by the space between what is shared and what is left unsaid, not by an endless flood of information. When you share with purpose, you create meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. Oversharing, on the other hand, often leads to shallow connections that lack the authenticity and depth required to truly bond with others. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that revealing every aspect of your life, whether it's your hopes, fears, or daily experiences, will foster a stronger connection. But in doing so, you may unwittingly reveal too much too soon, making your relationships more transactional than transformational. You may find yourself seeking validation or approval, but never truly getting the fulfillment that comes from real, honest, and intentional connection. The relationships that matter are the ones where both parties are willing to listen, understand, and appreciate each other without the need for constant oversharing. When you share with purpose, you offer pieces of yourself in a way that invites others to engage with you in a meaningful way, but also leaves space for them to discover who you are. This balance is what allows relationships to grow naturally and steadily. When people feel as though they have the time and space to discover and appreciate you over time, the connection becomes stronger, more rooted, and more genuine. In addition to fostering deep relationships, sharing with purpose also allows you to maintain a sense of control over your own life. The more you reveal, the more you open yourself up to judgment and misunderstanding. Not every aspect of your life needs to be shared, because not everyone needs to understand the intricacies of your personal journey. Some things are better left within, growing and evolving in your own time. By protecting those inner moments, you ensure that your experiences are not diluted by others' perceptions, nor are they used against you in ways that might compromise your emotional well-being. True connections require time to develop, and that means leaving room for people to get to know you gradually. It's easy to want to rush that process, to reveal everything all at once, but in doing so, you may be denying others the opportunity to truly appreciate you for who you are. People often connect on a deeper level when they can see your growth unfold piece by piece, rather than when they are presented with everything up front. It's in the quiet moments of understanding, in the shared silences and reflections, that the foundation of trust is built. When you share with purpose, you also encourage others to do the same. By demonstrating discernment in what you choose to reveal, you show others the importance of respecting their own journey and protecting the sacredness of their own hearts. True intimacy is reciprocal. It is not about one person constantly sharing while the other simply listens. It is about both parties being willing to share when the time is right and respecting what is kept private. This mutual respect allows relationships to thrive without the burden of oversharing, fostering a deeper bond that is not contingent on the amount of personal information exchanged. The power of building true connections lies in the ability to recognize the value of withholding as much as sharing. It's about understanding that your words, your thoughts, and your experiences are precious, and that they should be offered in a way that honors both yourself and the person you are sharing them with. By sharing selectively, you create relationships that are built on respect and understanding, relationships that are enduring and meaningful in a world that often values instant connection and constant sharing. it's essential to remember that true depth is found not in what we reveal, but in what we choose to protect. Guarding your heart, respecting your journey, and sharing with purpose are the keys to building authentic, meaningful relationships. By being discerning about what we share, we preserve the sacredness of our personal experiences and allow others to connect with us in a more profound way. The relationships that endure are not built on oversharing, but on the respect for each other's inner worlds and the trust that grows from understanding without the need for complete exposure. Live with intention, choose your words wisely, and cultivate connections that are grounded in depth, not disclosure.